boys. Let's just do the mages. I mean, I need to see the mages and then have something to compare it off of. So battle mage, everyone in the polls had them as D tier. I don't think they're that bad. I just think in a mage like world, they're not good, right? But like, is 8,000 bad? Huh? Maybe it is bad. Huh? Maybe it is bad. All right. Yeah, C tier. I think they're better in these classes for now. Bishop. So this is bishop is always controversial because like you can like they just you don't even need to have them attacking stuff and they're so important, right? Like they don't have to, they can just be resting and they're so important. So I'll take it with a grain of salt, but if we're talking about straight like what's the best mobbing classes, bishops are okay. Um, Again, 9,000 kills isn't half bad, right? Because they got Fountain, they got their big Genesis skill, they got Big Bang. Not bad. When there's mobs in the area, pretty good, pretty strong. But I don't think they're that great. Oh, I see. Oh, there's some that are just on one platform. Oh, I see. Like if they had like three charges of it or something, and you could just like win archers, where you could do all three at once, or you could just do one summon like at a time. Yeah, bishops could be B tier. Like would I take a bishop over mobbing over some of these classes? Maybe. That's true. Yeah, now that I think about it, bishops have to be pretty B tier. I know Mira out there is like, nah, bishops aren't that good, but I could legit see myself taking a bishop over all these classes and over some of these classes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for PXP and EXP, obviously, and the party buffs that they give helps everyone. But just for straight mobbing, I think I could see myself legitly taking kills wise. They're not a D tier, Mira. Look at this. They almost had 10,000 kills. Big Bang hits hard. If you actually had your skill wheel right, Mira, I think you'd be pretty good. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bam has the pillars. Bam has the pillars. Yeah, for sure. See, I think battle mages have the potential to be up here. Definitely. All right, let's do ice lightning mages left next. If Devil's still here, A tier. Devil. Ice lightning mages didn't was okay, but I mean okay compared to other mages, but compared to the rest of the game, pretty freaking good. A tier, low end A tier, right? I mean, it's a mage. It did say S tier. Yeah, Ice Lightning mages are A tier. They got everything. They're insane, amazing. Love that class. Uh, Better than Shadowers. Um, Better than Shadowers for sure. Just just clip that. Ice Lightning mages 2 tiers above Shadowers. Easy money. Fire poison mages. I mean, I think fire poison mages are better than Ice Lightning mages. I actually think their mobbing is insane. Like like 10% more kills. They just have so many options. I love playing fire poison mage. They have everything in the toolkit. Um, yeah, I mean, I could put them as I wouldn't even mind putting them as S tier, but I don't think they are. Kanna, um, I think Kannas are okay too. Like again, mage terms, but yeah, I mean, it has to be. Like the crazy part is that um, I have Warren in my party, and Lisa. We got and Lades. We got two Sias in my party, and my paladin has. I think my paladin gets more kills than them. When we did it when we tested, but in this exercise, Sia was way better, just because I think like getting off again, getting their comboing their skills. Correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, in a perma, like comboing their skills just to get their skills off is really hard to do. Like I sometimes see the Sia running around without their tornadoes around them for a long time, and like to get their wolf down must take a long time, and their orbs to that track stuff to like it must take a long time to actually get this off. And like if in permos where you're barely getting attacks off in general, let alone comboing, it must they must not perform that well. Um, so A with the grain of salt. I don't think they're S tier. I don't think they're that like I think in node farming settings, I'm sure they're amazing. But in perma party settings, like if you're comparing them, like again, if at the end of the day we were to compare put a fire poison mage, an ice lightning mage, a Sia, all these top mages or certain classes up there, I think Sia would perform worse than some of these classes. Um, but out of respect to the data, I mean it's kind of hard to push it back too far. It's not. I'd still take them over a lot of these classes. Um, let's just get to Kanna. Kanna, freaking S tier. Like not much to say. You guys, if you guys ever seen me, my paladin in the perma, you'll just see and how much I rave about Kannas. It's just everything. They just have everything. They just wipe the whole entire map. It's just ridiculous. Not much to say. 16,000 kills with Aku. Just disgusting. Like, oh, what's up? Yep. Appreciate you hanging out. Oh, I see. Yeah, summons are hard to one shot, so it might not be benefiting for party. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the one downside to summons. You kind of have to, like, yeah, they don't hit very hard. All right. Yeah. If you put it, you always keep saying AF70, dude. Yeah, that's it's not happening. It's just the current meta. Take it with a grain of salt. Kind of, I mean, it's hard to argue when a class is literally 16,000. The next closest is what 13. Yeah, I mean that's what you're gonna do. Kanna's insane. Probably on the tier in itself. Enough said about that. They are ridiculous. I want to do Evans next. Evans is obviously look at the data, 7,000 kills, but I feel like Evans. Evans feel like they fall off, right, with all their V skills compared to other classes. They were good obviously before. They have their riding dragon. They have a lot of place. They have summon skills. They have their a lot of good attacks, mobbing attacks, but it feels like they've dropped down a level with the combos. Yeah, yeah. Uh, make a Kanna tier. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Jesus. Uh, oh, here. Wait. Can I add? Add a row above. All right. Kanna tier. Purple, sure. Oh, yes. Oops. Kanna. Yeah. And I'll make this purple. And then make this whatever. Red. All right. Yeah. Kanna. Yeah. And they have kinship. Gives me 10% EXP. Kind of insane. Rightfully so on their own tier. Um, yeah. Imagine. Oh, wait, same issue with combos. Yeah. Evans combos. It's weird, man. Like, oh yeah, I'll just leave Sia here. Evans tier below. Evans tier below. Kinesis. Finally, Kinesis in here. Better Chaos. Yeah. Um, very strange. Thought the solo kill count would be more. But 9,000 is 10,000 is 10,000, you know? And they're a mage. Am I going to put them below a bishop? There's no chance, right? There's no way Kinesis is worse than a bishop in terms of mobbing, like kills. So, yeah, no tally. Yeah, no tally. But it's in mobbing. Yeah, none are in C tier. Yeah, I mean, mages have to be good at something. Some these class have to be good at something, right? Um, what else? Oh, Blaze Wizards. Yeah, Blaze Wizards are very good. Geminis hit like 13,000, right? 12,000. What is finished with Lumion Blaze Wizards? I mean, no surprise. Could you put them in the S tier? Probably. Let's put them in the S tier. They're like Blaze Wizards are the mage version of Wind Archers since Signet Knight's remaster, and I mean, when it comes to mobbing, mages have to be better than archers. Lumis, insane, very good, just a tier below Kanna, but strong. Fire Poison mages honestly could be right there, up there with them. They both had 12,000 lines, so Sia too. Dang, yeah, Sia's are insane. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to put them both in S tier, I wouldn't complain, but I just think they're a tier below. Uh, you lose mezzos when you pick up mob. Yeah. Uh, anyone have issues? Lumi, Blaze Wizards on the S tier. Any other mages should be there? You think they should be A tier? What are you guys thinking? Does this look fair so far? I mean, obviously, I'll put like Fire Poison mages up here, Ice Lightning mages up here, Sia probably. I'd probably put Phantoms above Sia, right? I don't know. Sia A tier? Yeah, yeah, Sia's A tier. Looks fair. Yeah. Oh, Kanna? Yeah, Kannas are insane, dude. 16,000 lines in 1 hour solo. And I'm pretty sure he does like 8,000 lines or something ridiculous in our perma too, while everyone else is doing like 3,000. So yeah, Kannas are insane. Um, yeah. All right, let's finish off with the Warriors. Try to get this out. Try not to make this too long. Demon Slayers, I think they're C tier. Um, Rubido actually had an insane kill count. Not insane, but much better than I thought. But Demon Slayers, they just walk around and hit nothing. They're just walking around a lot. But they're great bosses. So, and it's funny because in PC they're insane, but it's because their teleport is insane in PC, which can't be used there. Blasters had no data. I need to know what blasters are, what you guys think, but we'll get back to them. Demon Avengers, I mean, they've always been good mobbers. I just don't have any data on them, but I think they have to be better than B tier. I wish Hutch was back. I wish there. I probably could have got some Demon Avenger data, but um, I feel like Demon Avengers have to be A tier. Maybe overselling it a bit. Kaisers A tier, very good. Arguably S tier. No, maybe not S tier. Kaisers 11,000. Dang, Dawn Warriors. Huh. Yeah. So this is where it gets very interesting. So there's like three classes that I think um, warriors that are very very similar. Uh, Adele's, Demon Avengers, Kaisers. Like they are both so very similar. Um, so I have them all bunched up next to each other. And I actually do agree, Primo. I think Kaisers are the best of the three. Even though the data doesn't show it, maybe it does. Yeah, I think Kaisers are insane. Like I think they're borderline S tier mobbers because they have so many good. They have their summons, they have their place down skills, they have their swords that track. They're kind of that their V skills have that eruption now. Giga Wave is a little tornado that attacks on its own. I think Kaisers are insane. Yeah, and plus they have their map clearing skill. I could arguably say Kaisers are S tier. Um, they have everything in their toolkit that is like makes a great bossing class or mobbing class. So I'm gonna put them there for now. I don't know. Mm, I don't know. Like if I take them over some of these mages though. That's a tough one. No, the map clearing here is pretty fast. Yeah, it takes long, but it's decent. Like because it has two. I think it has like two built-in attacks to it. Yeah, Adele, uh, Akram. Yeah, I think Adele's are good. I think it kills more than Arrow. Oh, I don't have Arrow in here. Darn it. Okay, let me try to find Arrow. How did I not have Arrow? Oh, I do have Arrow. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can add Arrow. There it is. Yeah. All right. I think Arrow is A tier, B tier. I feel like they're A tier, but I'll put them at B tier now. I think they have the potential to be better than Adele's and Demon Avengers, but they're not. There's no data to prove it yet. Um, and me and my party with Akram, I think he kills. Who's another Adele? I think he kills a little bit more than my Arrow. His gear is a lot better. That map is a little bit more favorable to him. I think Arrows would do better in AF 700, but I'll put them at B tier. But I think they're A tier potential and kind of sneaky, really good A tier potential, um, because they got summons. It's their mobility that makes it insane. Like I was talking about with like Demon Slayers in PC with their Chaos Lock. Arrows essentially have that in auto battle form on a 1.5 second cooldown, which is insane. Dell is good, but I don't think it's great. Like I mean, I don't think it's that strong. It looks flashy. It looks good. Yeah, I mean, Comcabella only did 11,000. You know what I mean? Like that's a big difference than Bowmaster. And like Comca's got a lot of gear, so it's same but different. It's just a tier below. A versus S tier. Arrows B tier. Arons are sneaky good. Just kidding, they're not that good. Um, they're high end C tier. They're better than Demon Slayers, but again, they have to be in the vicinity to attack the mobs. They were good before pre fifth job when they had the tornado skill, um, but I don't think they're that competitive. C tier and Axelrad would agree with me problem. Aaron did it, yeah. There actually was because a guildie in my perma actually did a run. It was not bad. 10,000. I mean, you can say that's B tier, but in actual training settings, it's not that impactful. Um, it's just the fact that they can actually attack all these mobs that they're getting more kills, but in permas, um, it's just not as effective. Yeah, OG mobbing class for sure. Just got a little bit outdated. Didn't really kind of um, stayed even keel while other classes got better. DK 9,000. So again, I'm putting them right in this range. These three classes right here, like I'll put Battle Mages better than them probably. Um, but like these four classes are honestly like mirror images in bossing and like just like in playstyle a little bit. Whereas they have pretty good skills and are probably better in free to play and in like farming settings than in actual like end game perma when they're competing with all these different other classes. Um, they're not as good in that situation. So all C tier, um, kind of all the same kind of boat. And then let's see, Dawn Warriors apparently are insane. apparently their attacks hit like have a huge attack range that is just blowing up the map. So yeah, Dawn Warriors are apparently A tier. A lot of A tier classes, but I think it's kind of makes sense. Like I can't really bump down any of these classes. Just the results speak for themselves. B tier ish. Now it can't be B tier though. Like look at this. Like look at this kill count. How is that higher than Kaisers and Paladins? Like maybe they don't have like as many like summons and stuff as like these classes, so maybe it's a little misleading. Like it's like they got the Iran bump a little bit, but I mean, almost 12,000 kills. Kind of, it's kind of tough to like dismiss them and say they're B tier. 5 minutes, you got 1,000 kills. So 1,000 times 12, yeah. So I mean, you're basically at 12,000 kills. Yeah. So it's pretty much the same, right? Copy. Yeah, Eclipse is good. Eclipse is good, and I think the dash is that dash is pretty nice. That kind of wipes through the entire uh, horizontal plane. So Dawn Warriors, I mean, A tier. I'm not really sure. Feels like they're a tier above these classes, but heroes, no data. I think heroes are kind of here. You could probably bunch them up with these five classes here. Um, Probably a tier below, honestly. They probably could put them in D tier. I mean, they do have World Reaver on a what 15-second cooldown. That's a pretty good map clearing attack, but that's isn't that kind of all they have? Maybe they could be C tier just because of that one skill. Blaster, I'm just gonna put them D tier. I mean, I underrate blasters in a lot of my uh, videos, and I'm sure blaster mains hate me because I said they were terrible in bossing, which they're definitely better than I thought. And I'm gonna say they're terrible in mobbing, which I'm sure they're definitely better than I thought. So I need blaster mains to come out and tell me that I am dead wrong about the class, and I need to learn about it straight up. I just need to know more, and I need to see it, and I need to talk to some blasters, and yeah. But until then, I mean, I just don't see how they could be good mobbers. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Paladins are up there, A tier, but like you could say they're B tier. I'd be fine putting the B tier just because like they are a tier below. I don't know though. They're pretty good. They're pretty Paladins are pretty good. Um, but in perma settings, they're not that good, or they're not as good, I assume, as these classes because the way our righteous hammers work um, right now. So I put Paladin as B tier, a little conservative. I don't want to. I want to not overreact to my classes. Like I think these classes have the potential to be better, but I think it'd be kind of wrong to say that they were on the same tier as these like Adele's and Demon Avengers, Dawn Warriors. Nah, I don't. I mean, maybe, but I'll put them down here out of I just tier ranking.